Hey, I'm Josh, and I'm going to be starting a Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins on Nightmare, of course. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be a male city elf. If I'm going to be an elf, I kind of want to be a female elf. Maybe I'll do dwarf. Yeah, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to be noble dwarf. All about that money. Rogue, dwarf commoner. Yeah, I think commoner is good. Or dwarf rogue commoner.
Greetings.
All about that cash. I think that's good. So I have a mod in. It's the skip fade mod and the dog mod. I kind of want his beard to be more stupid looking. I mean, he's a dwarf. He's a poor ass dwarf. He's not gonna braid his thing. He needs to be all like fucked up. Ah, yeah, I forgot. None of them are fucked up. Whatever, we're gonna go with this one. Ear size, thick ass neck.
How do you do?
Yeah,
Greetings. Oh, I smell.
he sounds like he smokes. Let's see, the dwarfs in the Codex actually invented the language used in the game, so they're allowed to have English names. Let's see. We'll call him Braun. Since he's gonna be a dwarf, a rogue dwarf, I want his I'm gonna get his cunning up to 18, and then I'm just pretty much gonna dump into dexterity. Coercion would be pretty cool, but I think I'll go with steel. I wish I had two. That would be important. And I'm gonna go definitely dual weapons. There's no reason not to. Let's see. The two-handed dwarf guy.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Orzammar, largest and proudest of the two remaining dwarven cities. Once the seat of an underground empire, Orzammar now stands alone, cut off from the world by the Darkspawn, still clinging to the memory of its former glory. Below the vast statues and gilded halls where the noble families play at politics, the lower castes live in their shadows, scurrying to serve like their ancestors before them. Below that is you. You are casteless, the dirty secret staining Orzammar's perfect society, forced, along with your sister, to sell your services to the crime lord Barat. To the rest of Orzammar, you are proof that the casteless deserve their fate. But you know you do what you have to, the same as everyone, just to survive.
I can't keep gambling on you forever, Precious. You've got a sweet look, something to light a man on fire. But you gotta make it count.
Please, Barat, can we not do this in front of my brother?
Why not? He knows the slope of the land, don't you, boy?
I hate this guy. Didn't I tell you not to talk that way to my sister?
You told me a lot of things, not one of which meant more than a fart in the middens. Before me, your sister was just another duster. Now check her out. Braids down to here, gold cap teeth. She can recite elf poetry and play the string harp. Every man's dream. All she's got to do is find a lord, squeeze out some kid who looks like him, and we're all living the easy life in the Diamond Quarter.
Please, don't get involved. You know that never goes well.
How much more does he think you can do?
She can do whatever I tell her, even if that means walking into the king's own palace naked. You keep your head down and say aye to any job I decide is low enough for scum like you. In return, I put out coins so you can doll yourself up and get a belly full of some nobleman's brat. Then you both go free, and I get to join the family and be called my lord for the rest of the little prince's life.
Or someone will call you uncle and come visit on name days?
That's what everyone likes. A castless with a big mouth. But I didn't come for the joy of your company. I've been looking at my investments, and this one hasn't borne much gold. I'm giving you another week, Precious. If you haven't found a patron, you're back to sweeping streets.
But I have. I've met someone. That is, I didn't want to promise, but he seemed interested.
Watch yourself, Brad. We may not need you pretty soon.
Everyone needs me. Because everyone has things they want, and my Carter, we're the ones who provide. Until you can do that, you're nothing but my errand boy. So shut up and do as you're told.
You want me to beat someone up for you?
Good guess. Your buddy Lesky's waiting outside. He knows what I'll need from you today. Don't even think about bungling this job. Your whole family's on loose sand with me right now. And I know you don't have anywhere else to turn.
Whatever.
I'm sorry you had to see that.
I've seen it before and I'll see it again.
And I feel like every time you do, it kills something in you. You were such a loving child. I hate what this place made you into. That's why I didn't tell you. Barat's been warning me ever since 2 of his other girls found patrons at Lord Harrowmont's reception. They've been getting gifts already. Lord Rooston gave Elsie a surface silk gown and she's not even pregnant. Barat's getting impatient.
I just wish we didn't have to kiss up to that cave tick.
You know the other options. Cleaning middens, begging, going to the surface. No. Unless you find a way to save us all from Darkspawn and become a paragon. We're pretty much on Barat's leash for life.
I don't know why I can't join the army and fight Darkspawn.
It's sheer folly. One more way the nobles protect their status. They say casteless soldiers are more danger to each other than to Darkspawn. That it's an insult to the smith to let us touch a fine-made weapon. Truly, they just don't wish to insult the warrior caste by showing that given the same opportunities, we could lead an army just as well.
They'd rather we all be killed than admit they're wrong.
I have little love for the nobles, but they know, more than we ever will, what the Darkspawn have taken from our kind. Every noble I've met has had a brother or a nephew killed in the deep roads. Yet they let their arrogance blind them to the fact that we could help defend the city against the Darkspawn.
The Darkspawn aren't likely to touch us here.
Perhaps. Though the thought of falling to cutthroats or dying of plague is hardly more comforting. But we don't have time for this now. Lesky must be waiting, and Barat won't like it if I'm late for my appointment.
You're right. Goodbye.
Stay out of trouble. I'll see you tonight.
So I have all the DLC for this. I got it on sale. Let's see. Anything in this house? I won't be using the feast day pranks. Here, hey Mom.
Who's that? Why are you bothering me? Rika?
It's the king of Orzammar. I heard you were single.
Don't you sass me, you ungrateful brat. I made you, and I can make another just like you.
I'm the only reason you're here and not dead in a gutter.
Then you should have left me there. What have I got that's worth living for?
What about me? What about Rika?
I know you both hate me. I know what I done to you, but it was for your own good. The world's a cruel place. You had to learn that. You think you'd be where you are now if I'd let you hide from a few slaps? Everything you are, I made you.
Yeah, I'm leaving now. You can drown in that thing for all I
Don't you
care.
talk to me that way. You're still living in my walls. My walls. Do you hear me? Don't you walk away from me.
Codex. Culture and history. Notes. That's all useless. The caste system. Emperor's favor. Now let's go find out what Lesky wants.
About sodding time. I was starting to think I'd have to bust in and get an eyeful of that spicy sister of yours. Growl.
Haven't I told you never to talk about my sister that way?
But no hot-blooded dwarf can help himself. Those perfect lips, just made to be screaming my name. You must have had a few naughty thoughts yourself, huh? What do you say?
Just tell me why Braun sent
And
you.
people wonder where that grumpy old dwarf image comes from. But fine. Boss says we're out for a search and discipline. One of his smugglers is holding out on him. Name's Oskias, some surfacer. Barat got word that he's been selling shipments topside that never make it to Barat's ears down here. He wants us to find the rotter and see what goods he's holding back.
What sort of goods are we trying to find?
You know, gold, lyrium, spices. Anything that Barat might cut someone's head off to get.
What do we do to him if he's been holding on to Barat?
Well, if he is skimming, we kill him, of course. I mean, Barat doesn't let anyone swindle him and live. Bringing his head on a plate is completely optional, though.
What sort of goods are we just trying to?
You know,
what sort of goods are we trying
gold,
to find?
lyrium,
Oh,
spices. Anything that Barat might cut someone's head off to get.
Fine, but let's
Whatever
find out
lets
what
you
he's
sleep
done.
at night, my friend.
That's my home. There's Lesky.
You think I don't know who you work for? Is he onto me? Is he sending you to feel me out?
You looking for a place
that
to
it?
sleep? There's a vent behind Gavasts. You don't mind.
I
if
love
you
the
use it.
atmosphere in this game.
Hey there, Carter boy. Care to try a taste of this?
Yes.
Anyway, you... Hey there, Carter boy. Care to try a taste of this?
He has a name.
2 bits for the needy.
I don't have time for this.
This'll be you someday. Soon as you start to wrinkle up and Barat's got no use for you. Don't think you got anywhere to go but here.
Yeah, you'll be dead.
You got any food on you? Please?
Vermin.
There, Silver. My boy needs medicine. The docs say he won't wake without it.
I wonder if I can steal from the people here. Nice. Nice. I'm definitely gonna use both of those things. I probably won't invest anything into I'm gonna steal from this guard.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
I'm also definitely gonna put this here. Just one more steal. She probably has money. Deep mushroom. Alright, I'm ready to move on from this area. I'm gonna be the tankiest rogue. Especially as a dwarf. We're not all magic. I think it's only a 40. I think it's an 80%
What are you doing here,
hit
Brand?
rate for a
Hey,
magic.
boy. You look like someone who could use a spare copper. What do you say?
You've got a job for me?
No work, just money for something you're not even using. Much. You look like you've still got all your teeth. Nice and healthy. I craft replacements for nobles who have lost theirs. I can pay you real handsome for some of those. 1 silver for 2. What do you say?
Do you have any idea who I work for?
Barat wouldn't like you throwing that around. This guy's an artisan that's practically a smith. We don't need that high a profile.
That sounded like a threat, Brand. You know the sentence for harassing a resident engaged in legitimate trade is public flogging and 100 silver fine.
Don't you have any legitimate work for me?
No work's legitimate if they let you do it, boy. The Assembly declared back in Darbier's reign that it insults the ancestors for casteless to perform any work the recognized lineages can do. Now, do you want it or not? 1.5 silvers, and that's my best offer.
Maybe I should just take that silver for myself.
Gracious apologies, Master. We were just leaving. Right now, forgive my friend. You know the vent fumes. They mess with the mind. We're very sorry to bother you. Now let's get back before you land us both in a cell.
Screw that guy. I'm supposed to just take that.
Have you heard? King's got a team who found traces of Bronca in the deep roads.
Hey, Linda.
Lesky, you old scamp. What are you doing here? Trying to charm me out of another set of ribbons for your girl?
Trying to talk you into being my girl, Olinda. You know my heart's breaking for you.
Don't you go saying that around my husband. Who's your friend?
I can't believe Lusky never told you about his best friend.
Hey, when I'm with a lady, the last thing I'm thinking about is you.
Well, look around, boys. I can slide you on the markup, being that you're friends, but I can't give anything away for free.
I'll take a look.
Just don't touch anything if you can't meet the price.
I'm probably not gonna use Liliana. So I'm probably gonna sell this. And I really don't care about double setting. Ah, she doesn't have anything useful. I'm just gonna buy it back. Let's see. I can buy one. I think what I'll do is I'll buy some venom. Buy some toxin extract. Buy flasks. And some wine. I don't know what the wine's
No,
for yet.
tools. Signs of camp, things like that.
Paragon or not, Bronca's dead. She's been gone 2 years.
This guy has a name.
Prices on all arms and
Do you mind? I have nothing you can afford, and as long as you're here, no one else will come.
This fat motherfucker. You're a merchant. Why do you wear a castless face, Brent?
Same as you. It's illegal for me to walk here without one. I'm from the surface, so by the law of assembly, I'm castless. But I think of the brand as just a part of the license to vend my wares. I use a washable ink, and when I return home, it's gone first thing. I cannot imagine wanting to wear the beastly thing every day.
You think I choose to live like this?
You certainly don't choose to live any other way. If you were on the surface, you could open a shop, claim land, and start a farm, and get legally married by the human chantry.
sense.
Orzammar is the only place in the world that will treat you like this. Yet you all stay. I'll never understand it.
Huh. I wouldn't still be castless on the
There
surface?
is no caste on the surface. Every dwarf there is a foreigner, so we all help each other. It always seems sad to me that our homeland is the one place in this world where you're likely to be killed by a fellow dwarf. Now, unless you're gonna buy something, I need to unload and get home before the rain sets in. That's water from the sky, by the way.
Can I take a look at your
Fine.
words?
But try to steal anything and I'm calling the guards.
Oh, nice. Let's see. Compared to me. I can't buy any of this. Well, I'll sell this, buy this, and equip it. I can't equip it yet. This person has a name too. Not.
Watch yourself. The Shaper doesn't need your footprints all over his clean clothes.
York for a Shaper?
And well, I might. After my mother took 5 years of her personal time sewing fine dresses for the head maid at the Shaperette, Mother tells me they never considered a single other candidate when the position opened for underwasher.
If you're just a servant, aren't you casteless too?
I am not casteless. I am an honorable member of the servant caste. I serve my betters as is my place, decided by the ancestors who granted my mother my birth. I am not a criminal.
I'm not a criminal either. Exactly.
You were once. Whatever horrid deviants you're descended from were written out of the histories and deemed unworthy to join the ancestors. Obviously they bred anyway, but their children can't possibly deserve the same protections as those who were legitimately born.
Then I guess you're not looking for a quick tumble?
Get away from me. I'll tell my father you tried to violate me. I would sooner lie with a nug.
Lame.
Go back to your dirt piles. Get out of my face, Brand. Get out of my face, Brand.
I think I have to go to the,
Move it, or I shall have it thrown out.
I gotta go to the
And the
Tapster
deep
Tavern.
roads, and you with it. But they told me to.
Not there. You know, I'm gonna go to Barat's shop anyways.
Barat won't want to see us without proof that surfacer's dead.
Alright, so I guess I'll go do the quest now.
The ancestors were smiling on my bets today.
No castless.
Seems like you've got an open door policy on martyrs, though.
Who the dust are you? Oh, my mistake. I didn't realize you were one of his. I'm not looking for any trouble.
Tell me if you know where to find a man named Oskius.
Is that what this is all about? He's here, all right. Right over there. Been nursing that same mug half the day. Paid up front, though. Good silver. What's he done?
Made Barat unhappy. Bad idea for
I'll
him.
say. You do what you have to. Just, try and keep it neat. I'm still paying for this space.
Is there any other... Can I do
They
anything?
say the warrior caste is hosting a proving so the Grey Wardens can look for candidates.
Oh, look at exposition information. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him.
Didn't know they let your type in here.
Hey, I was saving that seat.
That's real thoughtful, Ascaius.
Ascaius.
It's tiring work looking for you.
How do you know my name?
Let's just say we've got a mutual friend.
Oh no, you're not from Barat, are you? Because that would be too much. I don't think I could handle.
Empty your bags, bro. Bro wants to see what you're hiding.
Look, I always been loyal to Barat. He's been good to my family. I know how much I owe him.
Save your excuses. Let's keep searching his bag.
My pleasure.
Wait, I do have some lyrium. It's just ore. I made a side deal with one of the mining families. If it worked out, I was going to bring Barat his cut. I swear. I'd be crazy not to.
Suicidal, one might say.
How much ore did you take?
Just a little. Maybe 25 sovereigns worth.
25 sovereigns?
Most of that's with my buyers on the surface. I just picked up a few nuggets down here. If I were to maybe give you a piece, that's a lot of coin. Could you forget to mention this to Barat?
25 sovereigns is 25 gold. I'm listening.
I don't got any coin myself. I make that topside, but you can take the ore, sell it, maybe get enough to get out of this nest. What do you say?
Give me all you have and I'll pretend you weren't here.
I got buyers up top who'll take me down fast if I turn up empty. Please, I can give you one nugget. That's a lot of silvers.
We help you. Barat's after us next. Hold him still, Lesky.
With pleasure. Could everyone who isn't about to die please turn around for a moment? This may be unpleasant. Thank you.
Yeah,
You can't do this. Help! Call the guardsmen! This is murder!
You two let me know if you need anything. I'll be in the back.
It's just a bunch of rocks. You're gonna kill me for that?
I would have... Sorry, Soroka. A job's a job. Yeah, I wanted the 25 sovereigns. If you gave me that deal, I would have let him live.
Let's see what you're made of!
Hi. Meet my fist. Fist?
You have no skill! Only desperation!
I'll get on it. We have to get this stuff back to Barat before he starts wondering what we've been doing.
Create some venom. Now I can coat my weapons.
We really should get back to Barat.
He said 25 sovereigns worth, and he only wanted to give me a silver's worth of cut. So, like, fuck that guy. He's dumb. Making bank, stealing all this stuff. Are you sure you want to go in there?
We really should get back to Barat.
I'm gonna lie if I can.
The king is old. His rule won't hold much longer.
Prince Balin seems far more sympathetic to our interests than Trian.
Balin has some tastes of his own that he knows I can provide. We'll finish this later. It's about time you two showed up. What happened with Ascaius?
He's guilty. Here's delirium. I'm only giving him one nugget, though.
One lousy nugget. You want me to believe that's all he got off with?
He said he kept most of it topside. That was all he had on him.
Very interesting, seeing how my cousin happened to be at the tapster's this afternoon. And he says he saw more than one lyrium nugget changing hands before that duster hit the tiles. Jarvia, search them. They got anything that looks like more coin than they're worth, take it. I'm going to give you one more chance. One job. You split on this one, and you and your sweet sister are both out on the street.
Let me guess. I don't really have a choice.
You're catching on. The Warrior cast is hosting a proving today. All the best fighters, last man standing, you know the sort of thing. They're showing off for some Grey Warden who's looking for candidates to drag off to a life of eternal glory. Now, it's not often we get every named fighter in Orzammar lined up like that. And I have certain acquaintances who take an interest in this sort of thing.
You're taking bets on the fighters?
There's a lot of coin to be made when people get the fever up. Favorite fighter's an officer named Minar, veteran of 4 Darkspawn campaigns. Havaird's a long shot, just got back from a deep roads offensive. Some young buck who has all the ladies drooling. I've got a lot of money riding on him. Mine and other people's. I expect to see that 8-to-1 pay off. Understand?
I do.
The fight only gets announced to contestants themselves to prevent illegal gambling. So first, you'll have to find Havaired, see who he's fighting and when. When the name Minar comes up, I want you to slip this drug into the bastard's water. It'll slow his reflexes, just enough to take the edge off, not enough to show. But it wears off quickly, so don't use it until just before his fight.
Alright, we'll go right now.
You bet you will. Here's your pass to get on the grounds. The proving starts as soon as the clock strikes. And when I say I have coin on this, I'm not talking about some pittance, like the value of your life. If I don't see Havaird's name on the winner's sheet, you'd better make sure I never see you or your sister ever again.
Alright, that's enough for today. Gonna save it. He took all my money. Bastard.